All right, good morning. Thank you so much for watching the KGNS Digital News Desk. It is Friday. We do appreciate the fact that you are tuned in this morning once again to the KGNS app, to the website at kgns.tv. We're also live on the KGNS YouTube channel, and we are here every day around 10 o'clock in the morning with just a little bit of news for you. Of course, we always start off with Yolanda Villarreal and weather, and today even more important because there's so many things that are happening on this last weekend of the month, Yolanda.
You know, the difference for today, good morning everybody, the difference is going to be that it's not going to be like the WBCA parade where it was raining, where it was cold. The difference is that this weekend it is going to be warm and lots of sunshine. So if you're going to be out there, you're going to be needing that sunblock, your shades as well, your sunglasses, because it is going to be sunny and our temperatures will slowly start to warm up. But right now we do see that there are a few clouds, so it is partly sunny. Later on in the afternoon we're going to see that it will become mostly sunny. So this is our radar right now. We do see that there's some cloud coverage moving in and then mainly some showers by Zapata, but they're isolated to scattered. They could be shortly lived as they move towards the east. For us for today, no rain chances. It's only going to be warm and sunny, not compared to yesterday where our highs were in the upper 80s. So these are our current temperatures in the 70s, 70 for Carrizo Spring, also for us here, 68 for Fear, 73 for Zapata and Falcon Lake, 71 for El Sinal, 72 for Cotula. So our wind speeds are about 3 to 12 miles per hour. Those winds are coming from the north. Last night we had that cold front pass by. It's a weak one, so it's not going to be dropping our highs drastically. It's just going to be bringing cooler weather, I would say, in the low 80s. And also for next week, there will be another weak front moving in, but it's not going to be making much of a change to our temperatures for today. If you're going to be out there, lots of sun. We do see those temperatures ranging in the upper 70s all the way up to 7 p.m. Then for tonight, it will be partly cloudy, but also we're expected to drop into the 50s. My map wasn't working right there, but by next week, also slowly by March the 2nd, we're going to start to see the return of those rain chances for us here in the lower parts of Texas. So moving on to our 7-day forecast, we continue to see that we're going to be in the 80s. For Saturday, there's going to be that LC Family Fun Fest. There's also going to be the red, white, and barbecue contest that they're going to be having on Saturday. So in the morning hours in the low 50s, then later on in the afternoon in the low 80s, mostly sunny. Then we do see by Sunday, many of you are going to be out early in the morning trying to get a close spot to see the air show. If you're not able to get in the morning, we're going to be in the upper 50s for Sunday, then sunny skies, and it's going to be warming up because we're going to have the return of those southeasterly winds in the upper 80s for Sunday. Then as we head into next week, warmer temperatures for Monday and Tuesday. Our highs would be in the low 90s. Then we also notice for Tuesday, our low would be in the upper 60s. It is going to be warm and humid for Tuesday night. Then again, for Wednesday, we start to see that those temperatures are in the 80s, mostly cloudy with breezy conditions for Wednesday night into Thursday. We have another front moving in. It's going to be a weak one, just bringing cooler highs for Thursday and Friday. So what do you think about that, Ruben? The weekend looks like it's going to be great, but it's going to be on the warm side with lots of sunshine.
Not a fan of the warm weather, but of course we are glad that all the events that are happening this weekend will be enjoying some good-looking weather, Yolanda.
And also the carnival, right? The carnival,
yeah, carnival
the last day is
until Monday. Monday's the last day.
Yeah, so you still have time if you're going to go out there.
It's all good. You planning on going to any of the activities?
Probably maybe the carnival, maybe watching the air show. Yeah, it's something, but it's going to be so sunny. Don't forget to apply some sunscreen there.
Okay, Yolanda. We'll see you on KGNS News at noon. They can also catch you in just a little bit on Telemundo Tu Casa at 11 o'clock as you deliver your Spanish forecast.
Have
Thanks,
a great
Yolanda.
weekend, too.
All right, let's go ahead and, oh, let me get off of that. There we go. Okay, let me turn off Yolanda's mic, and we are good to go. All right, so, well, I just turned off my mic somehow. There?
Did I hear you?
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I'm good. The mics are inverted for some reason. Yeah, that really threw me off. So I'm going to take a break. When we come back, we'll see if we can take a look at traffic here on the KGNS Digital News Desk. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to the KGNS Digital News Desk. We are now going to take a look at traffic, which is what I was trying to do just a little while ago, and this is still not working. How do you like that? This is I-35 at Park. That looks like a lot of traffic if you ask me. You know, the other thing that's happening this weekend is the Border Olympics is hosting their baseball and softball tournament, and those are the baseball tournament brings a lot of teams from out of town, and so you might be seeing some of that out of town traffic out there, as well as at the restaurants and so forth as they enjoy their stay here in the Gateway City. But that's one of the biggest baseball tournaments in the state of Texas is the Border Olympics baseball tournament, and they've also added softball. So that's happening this weekend as well, aside from all of the other things that we mentioned. If you can see in the lower right hand of the shot, you see that palm tree really blowing in the wind. So that's just a look at how things are out there right now in the Gateway City. All right, let's get into some news this morning. A woman remains in serious condition after reportedly being hit by a car in central Laredo. It happened just before 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon at the intersection of Montgomery and Arkansas. There, first responders found a woman in her 40s lying in the street. The woman was taken to a local hospital where she remains in serious condition from her injuries. This case does remain under investigation. Well, the big story from yesterday, Laredoans grappled with the impact of the phone outage on their daily lives as they struggled to stay connected throughout the day yesterday. For some, the outage meant missing some important calls from family members and struggling to stay in touch with loved ones. Others found themselves facing challenges at work due to the loss of communication.
Very, very frustrated. You can't call anybody. You can't call home. You can't call your family. You can't call the co-workers around. It's very, very frustrated. You know, it's like there's nothing to do about that.
Communication is very, very important. I don't know how we did it back then, you know, but this is now. And we used to having the phones and we used to communicating with our loved ones, and it's very hard.
Well, some folks turned to alternative means of communication like landline phones or messaging apps. Others took the outage in stride, using it as an opportunity to unplug and spend quality time with family and friends. AT&T reported this morning that it has pinpointed the problem as a software issue. We go to Rio Bravo as Border Patrol agents capture a large group of people in the country illegally over the weekend. This was last weekend. It happened in the neighboring city of Rio Bravo on Sunday. Webb County Sheriff's deputies helped the agents capture 8 undocumented immigrants after they bailed out of a pickup truck that they were trying to hide in. They were all taken to the Laredo South Station for processing. In other news, the acting deputy chief of the U.S. Border Patrol has decided to retire amid allegations of sexual misconduct toward female Border Patrol employees. That's according to NBC sources familiar with his departure. Joel Martinez is under investigation by CBP's Office of Professional Responsibility after multiple female employees accused him of sexual misconduct during his time working in the Laredo sector. The sources tell NBC that the woman alleges he made aggressive comments. The women allege that he made, as in plural, aggressive comments to them about his desire to have sex with them and that they felt threatened by him and pressured to have sex with him. CBP officials have stated that there is a zero tolerance policy towards misconduct within the ranks. And the United Independent School District confirms that this past Wednesday was David Gonzalez's last day of employment with the district after the board voted unanimously to end his contract as superintendent. He was placed on leave with pay last August following allegations of ongoing sexual harassment and retaliation in the past against a district employee. The board proposed to terminate his employment this past October after they got the final investigative report from a third-party law firm related to the harassment allegations. An independent examiner with the TEA also investigated, and they recommended terminating the contract. UISD's board president Ramiro Veliz says the district had a 20-day window to review the recommendation and make a decision. Gonzalez's attorney says he was not happy with the outcome, or at least it was not the one he had hoped for.
We had a presentation from attorneys out of Houston that had handled the part of the process of the appeal for Mr. Gonzalez, and they did a 10-minute presentation, and then we had a deliberation with legal counsel, and we had the action to go ahead and accept the recommendation of the independent hearing examiner, and then we had a second item to officially terminate the contract of Mr. David Gonzalez.
We were very disappointed with the results of the hearing. The hearing examiner ignored a large swath of evidence that showed the board was not acting in good faith, and the hearing examiner did not even mention any of those pieces of evidence in his opinion.
Gonzalez's attorney also says they're looking into options to possibly appeal the decision. In the meantime, Mike Garza, Laida Benavides, and Rebecca Morales will remain as administrators in charge for the remainder of the school year. We do have UISD board member Javier Montemayor on Beyond the Headlines for this Sunday, so you can tune in at 10 o'clock on KGNS for that interview. Again, on Beyond the Headlines, that airs also on ABC at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to take another break. We'll come back with more here on the Digital News Desk. All right, thanks for staying with me here on the KGNS Digital News Desk. Well, 1 in every 3 deaths in the United States is related to cardiovascular disease. That's according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So in an effort to combat the concerning statistics reported by medical health providers across the country, February is recognized as Heart Month. Here at home, both Laredo hospitals, Laredo Medical Center and Doctors Hospital, hosted events to educate those attending on heart health matters. According to local cardiologists, heart disease is the #1 cause of death for Hispanics in the U.S. Therefore, physicians with both hospitals remind people that it's important to stay on top of your heart health.
So it's very important to meet with your doctor or see a cardiologist to discuss what your risk factors are for having heart disease. And a big one is family history. If anybody in your family has had a heart attack, especially in their 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, that means you have a higher risk of a heart attack yourself.
It is a big operation. I would say that open heart surgery is the most invasive procedure you can do on a patient. So it is quite challenging. These procedures tend to be a few hours long. Patients after that go to an ICU where they recover.
Health experts recommend diet changes and exercising at least 3 to 4 times a week to prevent getting heart disease. 2 new spaces were unveiled at a local rec center for children and youth with special needs. A ribbon cutting ceremony was held for the additions of the sensory and calming room at the El Eden Recreation Center. According to organizers, the project is part of the All Kinds of Minds master plan, which focuses on creating projects that are more inclusive to the community. This project in particular hopes to be a safe space for individuals with special needs. Families can have access to the new rooms by purchasing a membership with the City of Laredo Parks and Recreation Department.
There's social stories that are available for the families. There's sensory tactile material on the walls to help them regulate their sensory disorders. There's also opportunities for sensory reading calming areas. We also have a component which is called the calming room to help the young adult or the child to decompress.
Families can have access to the new rooms by purchasing a membership with the City of Laredo Parks and Recreation Department. New. Local Catholics are invited to strengthen their faith at an annual conference. The return of the Diocesan Conference is set to happen next month. Those who attend will learn about adoration and unity with speakers, vendors, and exhibitors. It's happening Saturday, March 2nd from 8 in the morning to 4 p.m. at TAMIU's Fine and Performing Arts Center. The cost is $30. Organizers say attendees will get to hear about this year's theme, the Eucharist, the sacred bond of unity. You can find a link to the registration form at our website, KGNS.tv. What I'm showing you here is the diocesan website where you can register. I know we have a soundbite for this.
We're going to have the main speaker, Dr. Edward Sri, which is he's a very important and international speaker. And also we're going to have a priest from the diocese and Sister Roseanne from Catholic Charities talking about the Eucharist.
Once again, there's the information on your screen. You can go to our website and click on this article to get more information. And we go to the municipal court. That is because their amnesty program is back. This is in regard to outstanding traffic violations. On Monday, City of Laredo Municipal Court Judge Chuy Dominguez will launch the court's amnesty program. It allows citizens to clear their outstanding traffic violations. People can go by on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 9 in the morning and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then Thursday and Friday at 11 in the morning. Eligible cases include those that are pending, as well as cases submitted to Line Barger Community Collections. I don't know if I said that right. No one will be arrested if they voluntarily make an appearance and make a good faith effort to make arrangements on their pending case. That's going to do it for now. I feel like it was a little rough on this Friday morning, but we got to the end of the week here on the KGNS Digital News Desk. Here's what we have coming up. Telemundo en tu Casa is on at 11. I will see you on KGNS News at noon. And then we have all of our afternoon newscasts live from our studios, 2 studios here at 222 Babalik Loop. We'll have KGNS with the early edition, the evening edition, and the KGNS News at 10, and then Telemundo has a 4:35 and 10 o'clock, all live newscasts today, and then we've got weekend newscasts as well. So thanks for watching this past week. I do appreciate it, and I will see you on Monday, God willing. Have a blessed rest of your Friday.